sound in one ear. Not that it matters.
No, that's how it always works.
Oh, is that always like
Have you
that?
been here before? This is number 5, Kirsten. It's been over.
Have we met?
Who are
Who
you?
are you?
Oh my God, it's so small in here. Do, 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 do.
Ba, ba, ba.
Welcome to Cheap Talk, everyone. Welcome her down the aisle, Kirsten Tammela. Welcome to the cheapest talk. We're bargaining today, and welcome to episode 5
It's
of
the beach
Cheap
in Mexico in here.
Welcome to episode 5 of Cheap Talk, everyone.
Where the talk is cheap.
But
the price is right.
Coming to you from a sweat lodge-sized studio.
Dans la bibliothèque. Wrote that one down.
In downtown Vancouver.
North of the equator.
Yeah, let's not get complicated. It's on planet Earth, and that's it, everybody, and welcome. Thanks for joining again for your 5th time, or maybe it's your first time. It's your first time you're doing it wrong, so slow down. Maybe I should slow down too, and you should start at the top. Start on episode 1, where you should be, and welcome. Thank you for sitting with us, laying with us. I actually have, this came up last week, a lot of people do say they listen in bed. And then they get into some
think is
pretty
strange, but I kinda
beautiful
like
details.
It.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Both mamas like. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Mama
Mama like. And here we are. And I'm giddy today, and I'm extra hot. My face is warm.
Too. I'm 2 glasses of wine deep, but
I'm none.
I
had
know,
a slice
but I
of
feel like
pizza.
you're like living vicariously through me because
Yeah, I'm feeding off your alcohol fumes. It's seeping out your pores, and I'm sucking it in, sucking it down. Where are we? What do you want to talk about? Where are we?
Well, first of all, sorry, it's Monday. I just got pink pen on your leg.
Did you?
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
Monday. Tomorrow is Tuesday, April the 26th, which is a very special day.
Right.
It's my mother, Debbie's birthday.
Oh, Deb Tam.
So, yeah, Debs, as all of my good friends know her, happy birthday to your number one.
We love you, Deb.
Happy birthday to Mr.
President.
Happy birthday to
Mrs.
you.
President.
Happy birthday, dear
Deb
Mom.
Tam.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Mom. So a little bit of housekeeping we had to take care of there. Other than that, I bought a couple plants on the weekend, which I'm super excited about.
What kind?
Nesting an aloe and
An aloe.
a bit of a version of a palm. It's like a baby palm.
You know, the aloe you can literally just break off and rub on burns and cuts and shit.
Maybe this rash.
Oh, you got a rash.
Something on my neck.
It's disgusting.
It's itchy.
You know, it's not bad, but I really want to build it up and because aren't rash really a lot of the time from just like stress or nervousness or anxiety
I know exactly
and stuff?
what it's from. It's from perfume that I put on. But
Did you get it from the dollar store? Your new favorite place?
No comment.
Papa
No, but so I know the aloe plant. But aside from the plants, I think just because I got a little excited because I'm now a mom to 2 cute new plants, but I feel like I want a bird.
I knew you were pregnant last week.
Plant mom. I'm a plant mom.
Right.
But I would think I want a bird or something. I want a pet.
You don't want a bird. You would hate a bird. You know what you need? A little teeny little squirrel.
What about a hamster or like
You
a
don't want a
turtle?
fucking hamster. I
I
live
just want something to love.
with a pheasant-sized man, and he has a rodent.
He has a
hedgehog. We don't need to
hedgehog.
talk
I
about
want a
it. It's not worth the
hedgehog.
time. You don't want a hedgehog. It's for
I
children.
want a pet. I want something that's low maintenance.
You need a boyfriend.
I know.
That's what Mama
Fine.
needs. That's what Mama needs.
That's what Mama needs. That's okay. Maybe I don't need a pet. I
You
just
need a man
want
to pet.
somebody to love.
Don't you need somebody to love?
So I had this weird thought while I was just in the bathroom, and I said, technology's getting crazy. We just had TEDx here in East Van, and 3D printing is getting crazy. They're they're starting to 3D print organs and shit like that. You know what I would like? Technology, and I'm talking to you, Silicon Valley. I know you're listening.
You hear us?
So listen tight. and listen right. I don't want bathrooms to exist anymore. Get rid of them.
What do you want?
Maybe it's a colostomy bag. I don't know. I don't want to have to go to the bathroom. Figure that out.
Okay, you think technology is so advanced that we shouldn't even have to do that
Sure.
anymore?
3D printing an organ seems important, but I don't need to 3D print a goddamn fucking whatever.
Well, what I think we've made so many advances in technology, and I was just talking about this the other day that it blows my mind because I wouldn't say I'm a germaphobe, but I
You're
don't
a
like
germaphobe.
touching certain
Close.
things and things like this.
Right.
So it blows my mind that all the advances we've made in technology, but why aren't we pedal flushing toilets? Why are we still touching handles on toilets? I flush every toilet regardless with my fucking foot. I don't care. I'm not
Use your
touching
foot.
every time. I don't care if it's halfway up the wall. I will use my foot. I don't understand why we haven't come to the point where we're using pedals to flush the toilet
Well,
at least.
this kind of brings me to
we have automatic hand dryers. We have automatic flushers. We
Right,
have automatic
right.
soap dispensers.
all
We
the
can't
non-touch stuff.
Can't we get a pedal for the flusher?
I don't know. I'm not on the side of that. This actually kind of leads to a segment I'm thinking on starting. Working title, Incompetent
Well,
Ways.
we could get you a catheter and you wouldn't have to worry
for
about
that idea.
that.
Yeah, Papa like that. But I'm thinking of this new segment.
Oh, like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
This new segment called Incompetent Ways to Alter Reality. And one of them is we're too goddamn clean over here. And by over here I
disagree.
mean
We're filthy.
North America.
Okay.
We are way too clean and we're too goddamn sick all the time because of it. In third world countries and around, there's no wash hands before cooking meals. You eat with your fucking hands like you're supposed to.
Like medieval times.
Yeah, and I don't know stats on who's more sick, but
Something
I
to
think
look
we're too
into.
clean over here. I think we're too clean. I think we care too much about it. But I don't think it's as much as just one person being less clean.
Well, would you be happy with people just taking dumps in the street? Because that's how
Well,
they roll over on the other
No,
side
you
of
can
the
dump
world.
into your hole in the ground, but I just think we care too much about
I
silly
see that
parts of
point
cleanliness.
I see that, but being a
You see it, but you
I'm
don't
a
want
hand
to touch
washer, so I disagree with that. I disagree. I think we're not clean enough.
it. All right. Right. That's why we're here, to disagree.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to dis.
But I win, I think. A little follow-up for you guys.
Right.
Hope you caught our 420 episode last week where we
Mm-hmm.
discussed, potential legalization of marijuana in Canada, what was going to happen with the dispensaries, what was going to happen with pot in Canada in general.
Yeah.
We didn't know at the time of our interview and recording our show.
Right.
But as of 420, which was last Wednesday, we have had some news come through
Yeah.
that the Liberal government has finally announced plans to introduce legislation next year, spring,
Yeah.
2017. And so next spring, we are going to remove marijuana consumption and incidental possession from the criminal code.
Love that.
Yeah, so
About
we're
time.
making
Good job,
steps here.
Canada.
Yeah, good job, Canada. Along with these the removal of possession and things like this from the criminal code, we are also going to be implementing a couple of more severe penalties to punish those who provide pot to minors and who
Yep.
drive under the influence. So the federal legislation, legalize marijuana, will be ready in about a year.
Love it. All right, I think it's about that time we welcome her down to the stage. Kirsten Tammela, you're first up. The first contestant on The Chalk is Cheap.
Acted like I'm a wrestler entering the ring.
Weighing in at approximately 180 pounds.
Aim lower next time.
Bob! What do you want to talk about?
What do I want to talk about? This is all kind of stemming from, it's all about we get too offended these days. Everyone,
Oh, tell me about it.
everyone gets offended by something. And we all know it, but really it was brought to my attention in the last few days at work when,
Okay. Specifically who?
well, I work in a cafe, as most
People
of you
know. People know.
Yada, yada, yada. We have an Irish influence in my cafe. Yada, yada, yada. We have a sign outside that says we've got Sambos.
Sambos.
Yeah, obviously, it's an Irish word apparently used for the word sandwiches.
Okay.
And the Irish like that word. It's commonly used over there apparently. We might say Sanger or Sammy or Sando.
How about,
I've heard.
how about a sandwich?
Do you have a short form for sandwich?
I like to use sandwich.
Sammy.
I'm
Sandwich.
pretty sure I made myself clear on abbreviations last week.
Right, you don't like sandwiches. So you don't have a fun name for sandwiches.
Nope, sandwiches.
Anyway, Sambo. Harmless fun word. No. It's not a harmless fun word. And this got me to thinking. So earlier, this was last Friday,
Right.
I have a customer that comes in. He always kind of comes in and he always kind of gives out about something. That's another Irish term, gives out. And he was all like, oh, don't you guys, you should take that sign down, that Sambo sign down. And I was like, why? And he was like, well, it's pretty racist and very offensive. And I was like, okay, if anyone's thinking that in this particular situation that we're being offensive, obviously people are a little too sensitive, you know?
Right.
And to be honest, I've never heard of it used as an offensive word.
Right.
So I don't know. And then he left, and as he left again, he kind of, stated if he was us, he would take that sign down.
Okay.
So I got all fired up, like as if this and as if that.
Right.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to do some research and I'm going to get to the bottom of this. So a quick text to my Irish-born and bred friend, Cian.
Oh, our boy.
Yeah, Cian. He told me, yes, that Sambo is a commonly used word, not only in Ireland and the UK, but the Aussies love it as well.
Right.
And a quick Google search also told me that Sambo is actually a really offensive term. And
Oh.
racist actually means it's a racist term for a black person, apparently.
Oh.
So, and I was like, okay, well, like, shit. Yeah. You just really can't say anything anymore. And like I said, I know we always say this, that we can't say anything anymore. But for real this time, you just can't say anything.
No. But you're talking about a sandwich here. You know?
Exactly. And this person, if this person's getting offended by this is what I'm saying. So I decided to dig a little deeper, and I was
Right.
thinking, okay,
Did
seriously
you find
here.
more sandwiches?
Well, I found more other offensive common terms. I'm like,
Right.
what else are we using in our daily vocab that's going to upset someone?
Right.
Everything, apparently. So I actually uncovered quite a few everyday phrases and terms that,
Okay.
when looked at on a different level, are very offensive and racist as hell.
Okay.
Some words have roots in bigotry and racial oppression, and
Mm-hmm.
others have grown more offensive over time. So I found a couple of them that I think we all probably use. I use some of them, one for sure, daily. And I think, we all need to think twice next time before we say these things, because they are
Okay.
probably going to offend somebody. So the first word that kind of has gained some racist undertones over the years is the word thug.
Really?
It sounds harmless, but really, originally this term was just kind of referred to as a violent person or a criminal.
Right.
And now it's basically just kind of become a more socially acceptable term for the N-word.
Really?
Yeah. Like if you listen to any rap music these days, like basically a thug, when you say it, you're probably not referring to like a young white man
No.
or a young white boy. You're
No.
probably using it in a bit of a discriminatory way.
I guess so.
Number two, this is a big one, especially used by girls these days. And I don't think and I have a friend, Baz, that absolutely hates when girls refer to themselves as this. And I see why. And
Okay.
people don't realize that it's actually kind of a huge racial slur.
Right.
The word gypsy.
Okay. Yeah.
It's commonly used term for the Roma people.
Okay.
But it's also associated to stereotypes, painting them to be, quote, thieves, dirty, immoral, con men, asocial, and work shy, unquote.
Right.
So a lot of these times these days, girls are using this word to like describe their like free-spirited wanderlust.
Right.
When really they don't really kind of realize the history behind this word.
Right.
That,
They're trying to take it over.
yeah, but it is considered a huge racial slur to the Roma people and super offensive.
Right.
And also, to be noted, I said this all the time as a kid. I remember saying this, and this is actually considered super offensive and maybe not racist, but I've said it before. I got gypped.
Right.
Have you said that before?
Yeah.
Like meaning you got conned or
right.
you got.
Right.
But gypped is just a short form for gypsy, and it's actually super offensive. To say
Super
you've
offensive.
Got to be careful. This next one actually is kind of funny. I say it all the time. And when I read it, I was like, oh shit, that's actually not offensive, and you probably say it too.
Right?
No can do.
How was okay? That no can do on this.
It's
Why?
mocking a certain culture. Do you have any idea of what culture that's mocking?
No?
No can do. The phrase was originally a way to mock Chinese people, according to Oxford dictionaries.
Why?
Crazy. Of course, today it's used widely and its origin has been obscured, but it dates back to the mid 19th to 20th centuries, which apparently was a time of heavy racist from Western culture or Western countries towards the Chinese. But that one stuck and we just love it, don't we? But it's racist as hell.
That's crazy. I want to meet the Chinese man or woman that's
And
offended by that.
No can do.
No can don't, lady.
I know, but when I read it, I was like, oh, that is like, it's a way of mocking them.
I guess so.
Again, can't say anything these days
Ugh.
without anyone getting offended. The fourth one I came across, I've said this a couple times, uppity.
Yeah. Oh, I like uppity. I'm all about the uppity.
Right. And
Like
we
I said it earlier.
sometimes use this like to describe maybe someone who's snobby, arrogant, bougie, one might say.
Bougie.
But again, it's actually quite offensive because it's a word from the slavery era and it's considered to be very racist. Uppity was something white Southerners used to call black people who behaved as if they didn't know their place in the racial hierarchy, which
Really?
was below white people.
Oh my god.
So either way, not a positive word to use, whether you're referring to the snobs or to the black people. But uppity is not. It's bad word.
That's what I wonder with words like that. Maybe this is too deep for this podcast, but
No, let's get it.
do we just attempt to remove the word completely, which I think is impossible, or do we try and change the tone? Like with uppity, it's been changed.
Well,
What's better to do with it?
That's the whole thing, right?
Because I don't think you can remove it.
Could a word be offensive even if you don't mean it to be harmful? That's the whole point. Like,
I think
obviously, I wasn't using Sambo to be harmful.
No.
So is it still offensive? Some people say yeah, regardless. Some people say no. You're obviously
I
using
think
it
it's
in a different
offensive
reference.
because you're fucking abbreviating.
Sambo.
Sandwich.
We got
Sandwich.
Sambo's more fun. Sandwich isn't fun.
Sandwiches are fun.
Sanger,
That's a
you never
beautiful
seen
word to say.
Sanger?
Have you ever said sandwich in your life?
Yeah.
Say it right now.
Sandwich.
How great was that?
Sandwich. Everyone calls it
Now
sandwich.
say it like you're about to make love to it.
I want a sandwich. Bologna.
Mm.
Okay, back to the racist words here.
Yeah, this is baloney.
It is bologna.
It's baloney. But
You
I don't
know-
know. I think because you can't remove a word. I don't think that's possible. I don't think you can take an offensive
You
word
can't
and
take
get
it
rid of
back.
it. The N word will always be there. The C word will always be there. So
It's the
I think the best thing you
context.
can do is to change the context and make it in a less offensive way. Because otherwise, if you just keep it where it is, it'll always kind of be offensive. So I think the way a lot of these ones you've been bringing up are kind of going in the right way, like uppity, you know?
But they came from bad ways.
Well, what else are you going to do? Just not use it? People are still going to use it.
I guess, but people are going to get pissed off. But that's the thing. You can't please everyone. The next one, I have said this a few times, the peanut gallery.
Ugh, I hate them.
Got my 2 cents from the peanut
I
gallery.
hate the peanut gallery.
And we all know this word to maybe describe critics or hecklers.
Yep.
But you probably never use this phrase to a group of black people again once you know its history.
This is offensive too?
Yeah, because it refers to the balconies of segregated theaters where African Americans had to sit. And the word peanuts just became associated with black people because they were introduced to America during the slavery era. So, like, peanut gallery isn't even a fun word anymore,
God.
you know? It's all from negative places. How can we say these words and have fun with them anymore, knowing their origin? I can't say no can do anymore.
Oh, God. But all I know is that you've brought the peanut butter whenever I've been in a jam.
Okay, and finally, this has to be my most common used phrase.
Is it
And I know probably all of you use it too. Stop it right now because it's offensive.
okay?
It was once used to mock Native Americans, according to Oxford dictionaries. And it was originally meant as a humorous interpretation of a native greeting
Right.
after a prolonged separation. But long time no see. is apparently super offensive and
Really?
came from mocking Native Americans. And long time no see. We can't say it anymore, guys, because it's
Maybe
offensive.
when you say it that way. Long time no see.
Again, it's all in the context. So, what do you guys think? Could, like I said, could a word be offensive if you don't mean it to be hurtful? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it goes back to like what I said. You know, can't remove it. So
You can't. And what's Sambo to me is Sambo to another. And I guess we just got to watch what we say and who we say it to, because no matter what, someone is always going to get offended.
right.
And something for us to keep in mind as we do the show. I wonder what the first offensive thing we're going to say is, and I wonder who we're going to offend.
I think it might be cunt.
Maybe. Although I had a bit of a negative feedback from a good friend of mine who shall remain nameless. You know who you are.
Negative or constructive criticism?
Constructive criticism. She
Okay,
gave me a
that's not
compliment
negative.
sandwich, and she had told me because I had done the Tales from the Downtown East Side,
Okay.
which she told me maybe I shouldn't do because people are very protective about this area and it could be offensive to some people. So I decided to reel it in and not do it again.
Yeah.
So I thought,
I think
that was
that's
offensive.
good. I think that's good. You know, because we don't need to shine a dark light on
Well,
our
it's the
city
elephant
that
in
we
the room.
love. It's true. It's a bad. It's a bad area, but it's also like you said, it has some of the most expensive houses, or like I guess they're mostly condos
And
around
good
there. But
content for podcasts.
yeah.
So I just wonder. I'm like, what are we gonna say? Can't wait till we offend someone. and to
I
see
can't.
what we
I'm
have-
waiting for a negative comment on
Yeah.
Twitter or on Instagram or on
Someone that we
YouTube, and
offended.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm locked and loaded, baby. I'm
Because
gonna
all
shoot
these
that
little
shit.
everyday words, they're upsetting someone. And like I said, we can't say literally anything anymore.
Mm.
Everyone's always upset. So just watch what you say, guys, okay?
Unless you're me, and I just couldn't care less.
We don't care.
Well, we haven't told anyone, but our little boy, he's just been sitting kindly
He's been
the
good.
whole time. He's been a good boy.
good.
He's
Jared's
been a
been
good
working
boy.
with him.
I'm gonna. He's kind of hibernating right now. I'm just gonna poke him.
Don't
No, I
anger.
think he's fine. I think he's fine.
You there?
Jerry,
Wake up.
why are you made out of wood?
Why are you knocking on him?
Jerry Bear?
Wakey,
There he is.
wakey, sleepyhead.
Are you ready? Do you want to host your section?
I'm tired today.
Yeah.
Come on.
Are you ready? Come on. Hello. How are you? Are you well? Well, good. How am I, you ask? I'm like a bear in honey. That's a bear version of a pig in shit. And welcome to another week of The Bear's Den. I, if you happen to forget, am your grizzly frizz of a host, Jer Bear. And on this week's episode, I have gathered you all here to mourn our losses over the past 6 months. In that short amount of time, we have lost some of the world's greatest gifts to music. And on today's episode, I'm here to put the spotlight on a few of this bear's favorites. David Bowie. What to say about a man that completely transcended music culture to change the course for the rest of time? And he was so much more than just an artist or entertainer. He also became an icon in the LGBT community and helped countless people on their path towards acceptance. With the pressures of the world on his shoulders, he always remained true to his art, making exactly what he wanted to make, not what they told him. And here's a great example. Coming off his 1997 record, Earthlane, here is one of his lesser-known singles when he took a dive into more of an industrial rock sound. This is I'm Afraid of Americans.
afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. I'm afraid I can't. Yeah, I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world. I'm afraid I can't help it. shaking like a leaf. Remember the first time I took her to a cheap motel?
Woke up drunk, you know I felt like Eskimo now.
Please don't touch, I shake so much. Please don't touch, I shake so much. Don't you touch me, baby, 'cause I'm shaking so much. Don't you touch me, baby, 'cause I'm shaking so much. Don't you touch me, baby, 'cause I'm shaking so much.
That first track again was I'm Afraid of Americans by David Bowie. A song that rings true to this bear with the current zoo of a political race currently happening in America. That second track was Please Don't Touch by Motorhead. A song originally done by the English group Johnny Kidd and the Pirates. Lemmy Kilmister was one of the last of a dying breed of real rock and roll badasses. And David Bowie, a true oddity. May they rest in peace. Thank you for mourning with me on this edition of The Bear's Den. And by the way, my date was great. That little furball sure knew how to tickle this guy. More to come, I'm sure. And please remember on your way out to never stand too close to a bear unless you want the honey. Honey. Meow.
A few moments later.
Not very stoked. Missed Game of Thrones last night.
Yeah. No
none of
invite for
None
K-Town.
of you invited me over
Nuh-uh.
after I A, put it publicly on this freaking podcast, and B, made a Facebook status update about it.
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah. How do you think that makes me feel?
I think your level of fame hasn't hit quite where you think it is yet.
Yeah. No, apparently this podcast isn't as big of a platform
No,
as
no.
I originally thought.
Yeah.
I thought the lights would. I thought my hotline would bling after I put that out there.
Hotline was blank. By the way, podcast, it is doing super well. Downloads and YouTube views in total, we're sitting at about 1,300, which is like,
insane.
thank you guys. Like, Jesus Christ. Cray cray.
What?
Yeah, what?
What? Why? We're not-
Yeah, why?
What are we possibly saying
don't-
that is of interest?
Janice!
We know it's not because of Janice, because she's screwing up her production every week.
Stop with the... Where's my fish dinner?
I asked for a slice of pizza. I still
Salmon!
haven't gotten it. Just the coffee I asked for 20 minutes ago would be great. It's fine. She's busy these days. She's doing a couple other podcasts.
What does she do?
She does a couple other podcasts.
Well, what, at the same time?
Well-
What do we not pay her for?
I don't know. She's volunteering and just be patient because,
Let me tell you, if the gun laws were different around here,
yeah, well, this isn't America. Sorry.
I'm going to
about
move to America if Trump becomes there. It just sounds like it'll just be a party.
that. Yeah.
How interesting will that be? You know, that, Hitler Deuce will be running El America.
People are into it, He's got a following, I'll tell you that.
That it's crazy. What
To be
fear
honest,
can
I know
instill in
nothing
people.
about what he's standing for and what he's about. Do you know? I don't know anything what he's about. I don't really care. I don't really pay attention to it. I probably should because it probably will affect our own free will. But does he? Do you know anything that? Of
I know
his-
plenty, but I don't know. It's almost like I don't
What's
want
he
to perpetuate
saying?
his stereotype. He's insane. He's insane, and really, I have lots to say about it, but I don't think it helps talking about it. I don't think it helps at all. The more talk about it, the more buzz he has around him. So
Wow.
fuck said person. And he's a fucking
Identifies
he's a
with
fucking
and-
spineless squid, and he wears a stupid hat, and fuck that guy.
Yeah.
And while I'm fired up, I think I'm ready for a Don't Get Me Started.
Okay, well, give her.
Because I'm hot. And I'm hot about one thing in particular.
What?
There's one thing I hate. It kind of came up a few episodes ago.
Uh-huh.
We talked about what the new sweatpants are. But I'm here
I'm wearing
to
leggings
talk to
right
you.
now, so
Don't.
Careful.
Get me started. What I'm talking about is the OG. The OG to the stretchy pants. I'm talking about the fucking sweatpants. Okay? Don't get me started on sweatpants. I don't get them. I've never owned a pair. I will never understand them.
Maybe that's your problem. You don't.
No,
own
it
a
doesn't.
pair.
It doesn't.
You put a pair
What?
on, you are going to be changed for
No,
life.
no.
You go to Roots, I will buy you a pair.
No. Roots? Let me tell you right now.
Don't bullshit me.
Someone said this to me recently, and I didn't hear a word they said after this phrase because it's so redundant. They'll say, "Let me tell you right now." Like, shut the hell up. What do you mean, let me tell you right now? You're telling me right now. Are you crazy? Let me tell you right now.
Let me tell you right now. Let me tell you right now.
Why get out of bed in the morning if you ever want to be in public and be that comfortable? Riddle me that, sister.
But you have the option to be that comfortable, so why not?
Because you're in public. You're supposed to be a functioning person of society. And look at you. You look like you're napping while walking.
I've seen people that look like piles of shit wearing
You're a nap
jeans
walker.
and a t-shirt.
No.
Why is
Don't
that
give a care.
acceptable?
Sweatpants?
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I own a pair from Roots. They're great. They're gray. They're cute. I don't wear them in public just because the opportunity hasn't. I did wear them in public. I wore them when I flew. When I went to New Zealand last year.
Oh, gonna be comfortable on your flight?
Yeah.
Don't like it.
I looked cute.
It's not. No, you didn't.
And I'm wearing leggings right now. What do you think about that?
They're the new sweatpants. I hate them, but just a little bit less.
Okay, well, what are you saying?
I'm saying, take them off, sister. Let's heat this up.
I don't know. I disagree. I feel if you want to wear sweatpants, wear them. I just think I see people daily that look like shit wearing jeans or a
No.
dress.
Nope.
And if you can look like shit wearing that, then I think I can look good wearing my sweatpants, and it's all the same.
No, I'm the boss hoss and take them down.
Agree to disagree. We used to make fun of people. I remember back in elementary school, we used to call them techno dance pants because there was a couple of guys that would wear them to our school dance. That doesn't bug me. I don't.
It should.
If I saw a guy wearing them, I wouldn't be turned off or anything.
I'm turned off when I see guys wearing them.
You don't own a pair?
No, I don't own. You think I'd be yelling about them if I owned a pair?
I think that's
Are
your
you
problem.
listening?
I think that's your problem. You
I've
don't own a
obviously
pair.
worn a pair. I don't know whose they were.
And you felt
Maybe
good.
my grandma bought me
Didn't
one
you
when
feel
I was
good
younger.
in them?
No, I said, why do I need? Why?
You didn't
I'll just
feel
not
good.
wear pants.
Well, I mean, if that was an option, we could.
It is an option.
Well, not
Wear in public?
literally, yeah.
Shouldn't wear them in public for sure. That's the top of the list of don't get me started.
Of sweatpants in public. I think, especially these days, they've become more tailored and they could be cute.
You can try all day, but my mind is set,
And to each their own. To me, it doesn't bug me.
and to
so-
me it bugs me.
Okay.
So if you're listening with sweatpants, turn off, delete any account that you were a fan of ours, because I hate you.
I think if you're wearing them, power to ya.
Well, sounds like a mulatto kind of conversation. But a half and half. But a
Oh, mulatto. You mean a Sambo type of a conversation? That's what that is.
this is a Sambo kind of a conversation. All right, everyone. That does it for episode 5. I think it's been a good one. It's been really exciting. Energy's been high.
Hi.
High.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Aw.
Thanks for everyone for listening. It's hilarious, actually, that
It is
you all
funny.
people actually are listening to this. It kills me.
Yeah, it's weird getting feedback. It's lovely. Thank y'all.
ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. It's silly. It's silly that you listen, but we appreciate it.
Love it.
We'd do it if no one was listening. So
Yeah. doesn't
whatever. But take us out today is one that unfortunately just left us very recently. This is Prince, and this
Just an FYI, we have the same birthday, June 7th.
that's not important at all.
Kind of.
What the hell does that have to do with
It's coming
anything?
up, June 7th. It's relevant.
It's not fucking relevant.
It's relevant. Prince, who just passed away,
Yeah.
and myself,
Oh, you share a birthday.
which is coming up.
And what, it only matters now that he's dead?
Well, it's more relevant now that he's
Kirsten,
dead.
that's hurtful.
Hey, love Prince just as much as the other, okay? Just wanted to share a fact
As much
that
as the
we
next guy.
shared the same birthday.
All right, fine. I did like
Rest
the
in
photo you
peace.
posted the other day, the Seinfeld
Ooh, the
Prince
little
photo.
hybrid. Yeah.
That was great. That was great.
Thanks.
But as I was trying to say before
Back
I
to
was
you.
rudely interrupted, to take us out today is a track by Prince. This is "I Want to Be Your Lover," and I do, baby. So thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week, or not.
Maybe not.
Maybe you don't like the show anymore.
Maybe we're done.
Maybe we're done. Maybe we're sick of your non-existent attitude.
Maybe we're not listening to you next week.
Yeah, I don't want to hear you.
But we do, so make sure you listen to us next
Yeah,
week.
please come back. God.
Begging you.
Hello, Cheap Talkers. Much apologies to you YouTube listeners. We have got an email notification from the people within Prince, and we are not allowed to play his song. So if you want to hear the full episode with the Prince song, please listen to the podcast on the podcast app. Thank you and goodbye.
The price is wrong, bitch.
I think you've had enough. No? Now you've had enough. Bitch.